Hey everybody, this is 5 Minutes of Horror with Iconic Horror. And since it's a weekend since the Oscars, let's talk about the Oscars. Now, I know it's a little difficult as a horror channel to even talk about the Oscars because, well, let's face it, we get snubbed every year pretty much. A little bit of history on the Oscars and horror movies. There's been two Best Pictures that were horror films, one being Rebecca and the other being Silence of the Lambs. Usually, if horror does get anywhere in anything, it's usually somewhere in the special effects, which makes sense, and costume designs. But as far as Best Picture, leading actors, all that kind of stuff, we usually get pretty much screwed out of the deal. So, talking about these Oscars specifically, so I always loved watching the Oscars. I love watching the dialogue, the monologues from whoever is the host, things like that. I like watching the memorial for all the ones that passed, just as a reminder of some that I may have forgotten or I didn't even notice that passed. So I usually like that. I like honoring them, and I like the lifetime achievements. Beyond that, the Oscars have changed a lot. They've ruined a lot of it, and I think today we're going to just tackle on how we could have made it better. First of all, I think we need to add a couple more genres into there. They always have drama and comedy as options. Well, why not horror? Let's have a horror option. Let's have an action option. Though both of those action movies, people love them, and it's been droves of people that go to them. Yet they always get snubbed as well. So why can't they? There's plenty of horror or action films that are to a level that I think deserves Oscars, and same with horror films. Usually horror films are the ones that tackle issues that most genres won't even try to do for years down the road after horror has already done it. I think if you added those couple categories, you're going to start including a few more people that love it, especially horror fans. I mean, we are the best fans, I think, for any movie genre. Close second would be the comic book fans, obviously. If you added those, we're going to include more people that would be excited to even see what's going to happen. Two, like they say about getting money out of politics, you need to get the politics out of the Oscars. And I don't mean by people's speeches talking about their personal politics. I am talking about the campaigning to win. That's how it is done now. People campaign to try to win the Oscars. I feel that if you do any sort of campaigning, that you should be automatically disqualified from even being mentioned in the Oscars. It should just be on the merit of watching these films, and that's it. And then you decide what is the best movie. That's how it should be decided. Not by popularity, not by how much money these people put to you to try to get them to the next level. I think that is completely wrong, and it's completely against what the founding reason for having the Oscars was. That's a huge one. I think that's number one. That's got to change. The other thing, people talked about this one because of there being no host, and they were like, well, it made it go by a little bit quicker. But the problem is that's the stuff we like to watch. We like watching the host make fun. And it has to be a stand-up comedian. Bring Billy Crystal out of retirement, people. That good dude was the best. I watched every single year that he was on, and it probably had the highest ratings when he was the one hosting them. If not, just get some stand-up comedian. Having no host, all it is now acceptance speeches. That's the other thing I think we should need to get rid of. Get rid of acceptance speeches. We don't give a shit about what you're saying. We really don't. What they should do, they go up, they grab their award, they just say thank you. That is it. That gives everybody who goes up, for the 5 million people that go up to pick up Oscar, they can all just say thank you and walk off. After they walk off, yeah, do an interview there. That's where they could do their acceptance speech. That way you put it on YouTube, onto the Oscar website. And if you're interested in it, you're going to go watch it. That's fine. But most of us don't care. That is not entertaining to us. Get through all those as fast as you can. I just want to see people making fun of people. I want to see the music. I want to enjoy the show that is the Oscars. I will make an addendum to that. I believe that there is one person that should be allowed to make an acceptance speech, and that is whoever they give the Lifetime Achievement Award. That person has done plenty in the industry to deserve a little extra time. Give them 5 minutes. Whoever gets the Lifetime Achievement, they deserve that 5 minutes of accepting that award, and that's it. That would streamline them. That would bring up ratings. That's something that we could all enjoy. So that's my 2 cents. Bring in the horror, bring in hosts, get rid of acceptance speeches, and fix the frickin' voting for the movies. In the meantime, please share, like, subscribe, do all those wonderful things you do. Please come onto my Facebook page of Iconic Horror, watch that stuff. And if you're into horror, I give a lot of updates on new insider stuff that's going on in the industry, both in movies, music, and in books. So just check that out. And other than that, check out the 5-Minute Channel and all the affiliate channels to that. They're all great. They're all wonderful people, and they're fairly entertaining some of the time. Except for Blaine, that tech, that's pretty weak. I mean, insider news. He's just going on freaking Google. But whatever. I digress. Enjoy. Watch more horror.